Alright, hello all. Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So, today, obviously, big stream. I'm hyped. I'm not as hyped as I think probably you would be for a quote-unquote anniversary size celebration, but I definitely cannot wait to see these guys in game. Goku and Rose specifically look very, very insane. I think Zamasu is very good too. Vegeta looks like the weakest of the bunch to me, but we're going to see. Obviously, I already know what these guys do. Rose, Zamasu, as well as Blue Goku and Vegeta. Weirdly enough, there's a fucking champa. There's a champa. So unless he's on Super Bosses, I don't know what he's doing here. Because these guys lead Future and Fusion Warriors. So I don't know what he's doing here. Maybe it's included part 2. I have no idea. We'll have to see. But yeah, I don't know what Champa does. But the rest of these guys, I have a very good idea of what they're doing. So I'm just going to cover them briefly. Then we'll get the Champa. And then I'll do all these sort of defense calcs at the end. That's mainly why I want to do this. The defense calcs for these guys. And then obviously Champa. I need to see what he does. But it's probably going to be a lot of info tonight. They said the Super Easy A's for Goku Black. And Vegeta Blue, they were confirmed. They should drop today, they said. So I expect them very, very soon. We'll have to see. All that out of the way, I'm very excited. And let's jump in. I'll try to be brief with the kits for these guys. Because like I said, I covered that sort of in the stream, and I'll have that up as well. There's going to be a lot of uploads over the next several hours for me. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's jump in. Alright, so, with Blue Goku and Vegeta, unfortunately, they are the Dokkan Fest. I wanted Rose and Zamasu. Hopefully that means whatever villain. Let me just cover this now. These guys lead fucking Super Bosses 220. I think it's gonna be, or at least I thought. I'm not even really sure what I think at this point, but Z Future for part 2. But if they're leading Super Bosses, I mean, there's no way they don't buff the category more. If I had to guess, maybe it is ROF for part 2. Maybe, and that's how they sneak in all the cooler movie ECAs. I guess I don't know really. We'll have to see. But yeah, so they're the Carnival. These guys are the Dokkan Fest. Future Saga Fused Fighters. I'm not a big fan of this leader skill. Like, Bond Parent Child is literally right here. When's the last time someone led this category? It's like, what the hell's going on? We gotta get a new leader for it eventually. Maybe they're gonna give it to like mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku whenever he's in the game. I don't know. Alright, but basic effects, 200% start a turn. They get the 2 key per key sphere obtained, pretty good. Then they have Super Class Ally or Future Saga category ally team restrictions. So essentially up to at 3 of those sort of teammates, you have 150%. And at 4, you have, 150% attack and defense. At 4 of them, you have, oh, well, no, that's 20%. At 3 of them, just, you need 3 total. And it's not other, mind you, so it counts yourself. So you really just need 2 other Superclass allies, or Future Saga category allies, to have the full damage reduction, dodge, and stats. So, I mean, that's pretty good. When all allies attacking the same turn are Superclass characters, or when there's another Future Saga category ally in the same turn, they get a guaranteed super, chance of evading 20%, total of 80% evasion, and damage reduction rate 10%, total of 70% damage reduction. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 18 more key, 200% attack. Attack's effective against all types, so they don't have any crit, at least Goku doesn't. When receiving an attack, defense 180%, and then starting from the 4th turn from the start of battles when they can exchange. And then they have the typical sort of like Super Saiyan God links. and on every category in the fucking game. Now this is really, hold on, where's the super actually? Let me go over the super first. Alright, so this is Goku Super. This isn't a stack, this is just greatly raise attack and raise defense for 1 turn. They're both 1 turn. Colossal damage enemy, lowers attack. This, however, is a stack. Greatly raise attack, mega colossal damage enemy. Raise allies defense by 60% for 1 turn, self-excluded. It sucks that they exclude themselves. However, I mean, look at the kit. I mean, they're they're gonna be fine, especially with the guaranteed super here. I'm not at all worried about them. By the way, I think Goku's probably one of the best. I mean, we'll see. I need to So they have, what is that? Like 13,000-ish defense, I think. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to see with the calcs, but I think already going into this video, I think Goku and Rose are probably they're both bare minimum top 7, I think. I think both of them could get into the top 5, I don't know. Because those top 5 are huge on the stacks. These guys aren't really huge on stacking. But like both of the pairs start out as defensive gods. Which, considering how much people complain about the tags for Gogeta and Vegeta, including myself, starting out as offense characters, it does look very well for them. So the active for Goku can be activated starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, once only, be it before or after reversible exchange. Active skill effect, they get 300% attack temporarily and ultimate damage to enemy. Then they get a permanent 20% attack and defense buff, and they nullify dodge canceling for themselves for the rest of battle. Nullify dodge canceling for themselves. So how Tech UI, his domain, nullifies it for the team, they nullify it for themselves. And mind you, they have 80% dodge, 70% damage reduction. And like they just 4th turn from the start of battle and they can do it. Like that's pretty busted. I think Goku he might be, I don't know. I have to think about these guys, see them in action and everything, right? But I would not be surprised if we have like this guy and maybe like Rose potentially in like top 3 discussions. I would not be surprised. Then see, this is where it gets weird to me. So now we're gonna go over Vegeta. Vegeta, key 7, 200% attack and defense, high chance of crit, high chance of evading, damage reduction rate 40% up, key 3 and attack and defense 80% up for the character, and allies whose name includes Trunks. Now, very, very interesting. We, at least from the reveal, you know, I do think Super Easy A for Fuse Zamasu and Trunks will come at some point during the celebration. Don't know when, of course, but at some point. So I find it very interesting that ability is there when we don't really have a good Trunks right now. Now, mind you, the Vegeta and Trunks are all but guaranteed, the Dokkan Vest LR, are all but guaranteed to Easy A at some point this celebration. This is another thing, seeing this right here, that really does lead me to think Z Future will be part 2 like I initially predicted. You know, tag Gohan Future with Trunks Kid, and then tag 17 and 18. But it's the fact that, you know, Rose and Zamasu lead super bosses that makes me think maybe it's like ROF for part 2. I don't know. We'll have to see. Now, as the 3rd attacker in a turn, 150% extra attack, performs a critical hit. Mind you, this is not a phase 2. This is written as a phase 1 ability, so just keep that in mind. When attacking with 18 or more ki, 250% attack and defense, launch an additional super. And when activating the active skill or when attacking with 20 or more ki, defense 150% up, launch an additional super. So, I mean, he gets 3 guaranteed supers, obviously the starting one, plus these 2, as long as you get 20 or more ki. which you're already gonna like, you get that guaranteed pretty much, because obviously you have your 6, or I suppose, are they on one of the new carnival leads? They should be on one of them, right? Let's see. I don't know if this is all of them. Battle of Fate, yeah. So I mean, they're already on one. I don't need to look through all these. Okay, so just from Battle of Fate, right? So you have your 6 key or your 8 key leader skill. Vegeta gets 10 key from his passive, right? So let's say you have 16 or 18 key just starting the turn, and that's without like I don't know which of these, like Prepared for Battle gives a key. I don't remember all the effects for links off the top of my head. So I mean you should always have the 20 key pretty much. He looks good, but I think he looks, at least to me, like the weakest of them. Then we also need to go over his we'll go over the active skill last. His super effects greatly raise attack and defense 1 turn, colossal damage, lowers defense. Then he massively raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to enemy. So he's meant as like a big attacking character, essentially. Although, once again, he does not stack. It's Goku that stacks, and it's only once per turn on the 18 key, which is a great thing. So, I mean, I think he looks good, but I think he looks like the weakest of the bunch. Maybe I'm just not seeing something. Alright, so he is a pretty interesting active, although I do think it's probably the weakest of the 4. Can be activated upon entering attack and turn once only, be it before or after the reversible exchange. Massively raises attack temporarily, ultimate damage to enemy. Then he guards all attacks, and future Saga category allies get 15% attack and defense, plus an additional 10% defense for characters who also belong to the Bond of Parent and Child category for 4 turns. I could be reading this wrong, but I'm very confident this is all for 4 turns. All of it. So future Saga allies will get 25% defense, 15% attack. And then the character, not allies, but Vegeta himself will get guard. Although I suppose if you go into Goku, he'd probably also have the guard. So this character specifically gets the guard. It's the allies that get, well, including themselves for the support, but the allies only get the support. They don't get the guard, if that makes any sense. So, I mean, he looks really good. I think I like Goku's active more, obviously. But you very easily, with, like, this leader skill, could have, like, 1 Goku, 1 Vegeta, and, like, this would be very insane. Okay, so, I mean, that covers Vegeta. Next, I want to go over, obviously, these guys. Obviously, we already covered Super Bosses, 4 key to 20. I still think that's really stupid, but we'll see. Maybe they make this really good. 200% attack and defense, receives an additional 2 key per key sphere obtained. Attack and defense 80% up, and attacks are effective against all types for allies whose name includes Goku Black. So that's pretty good. Obviously, that's a lot of support. We do know from the live stream that both 5th anniversary Tech LR Vegeta Blue and 5th anniversary Int Goku Black are receiving those temporary boosts. The temporary boost that we had pre-10th anniversary. Outside of that, we do know, like, obviously 2024 had Rose Goku Black. They did mention there's going to be a full free-to-play Goku Black team. I mean, we know about the Super Easy for Goku Black, so this should be a really good buff. We'll see. I think it's going to lead to him at least being a lot better. Now we have per Extreme Class Ally or Future Saga category ally on the team. You just need 3. Although, I suppose 2 others than this character. Then you get the full 150 and the full 60% crit and damage reduction rate. Very good. When all allies attacking in the same turn are Extreme Class characters, or when there's another Future Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, guards all attacks. Guard, 60% damage reduction. he's busted. Yeah, he might be like the best slot 1 in the game, because you got to think. I mean, like Big Web Awesome. He's going to look really good tanky, really damn good defensively. Like masterclass. Wait, what's the hold on. Okay, so roughly, they might actually be more like late 12,000 defense, I think. Okay. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 18 or more ki, 200% attack, launch an additional attack that's a great chance of becoming super. When receiving an attack, 180% defense, and then once again starting the 4th turn of the start of battle, when he can attack. Then we have the super effects here. The 18 ki greatly raised attack, mega colossal damage enemy. All allies within the, for 1 turn get 60% attack. So the Goku gives defense, Rose gives attack. And then this is greatly raised attack, raise defense for 1 turn, colossal damage enemy, lowers attack. So like Goku, this part is a stack, but nothing else is a stack. Then the active skill over here, we have, once again, starting from the 4th turn of the start of battle, massively raised attack temporarily, ultimate damage to enemy, all attacks become critical hits, and super boss category allies attack and defense 15% up, plus an additional defense 10% up for characters who also belong to the Future Saga category for 4 turns. So, Rose, like I said, I think Rose and Goku specifically, which are the starting units, so I mean, I don't see why you want to just rate the character off them. I mean, you can go into some. We'll still cover Zamasu, obviously, but you can go into Zamasu or Vegeta if you want to. But considering you can start out with Goku Black, you could start out with Goku, and they both have like everything just immediately, and they both look so insane. I genuinely think they could be. I think they're both at least like top 5 discussion, maybe top 3. They both look really good to me. Okay, then we have Zamasu here. I like Zamasu, I think, 3rd most. He's pretty basic, though. Basic effects can be perform reversible exchange, obviously. Ki 7, 200% attack and defense. High chance for a critical hit. Guards all attacks. When attacking, attack and defense 200% up. Future Saga category extreme class enemies. Damage reduction rate 10% up. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 20 or more ki, attack and defense 200% up, launch additional super. And then this is where Zamasu can look really good, but I'm just not a fan of these type of buffs. Attack and defense 300% up, which mind you, that's a phase 2. Performs a critical hit, lawn, and then recovers 6% of damage dealt as HP when HP is 60% or less. So, I mean, depending on the damage he's doing, that might just end up being like a full heal, which is pretty insane. He's going to look really good. Although, like I said, I think I like Rose and Goku more. But his numbers, like if you have this, especially because if we go over, here, his 12 ki greatly raised attack and defense 1 turn, colossal damage, lowers defense. The 18 ki, however, is massively raised attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage enemy, and recovers 20% HP. So if you're Zamasu, I mean, you got that 6% heal, right? And you have the 20%. Like, he's just going to full heal you. Or at least he should. So, I mean, that's obviously very insane. Then we have the active skill. Massively raise attack temporarily, ultimate damage to enemy. Ki for 40% attack for the rest of battle. So, that's pretty damn good. I'm not sure which active I prefer more for this side, because the Super Boss characters might need that active skill. That could be very helpful for that team. So maybe Rose's, I'm not sure. But yeah, that covers Rose, Zamasu, and Goku and Vegeta. Like I said, I already knew what these guys did. I just want to try and go through them pretty quickly here. Next, we do have Champa. So I don't know anything about Champa. We'll cover Champa, and then after we cover Champa, I'll get to the defense calcs for all 3 or 5 characters, depending on your definition. It's going to be a long night for me, I'll tell you what. I expect Vegeta, Blue, and Rose will get their details at some point, too. So, oh boy. All right, here we go. Champa, what do you got for us? Hopefully he's good. Let's see. All right, Realm of Gods or Universe 6 category, key 3 HP, attack and defense 130. So it's just above the Golden Meat characters. That's okay. Basic effects, 166% attack and defense, start a turn. Chance of forming critical hit and damage reduction. Oh, okay. So he has a 22% chance to crit, and then he gets damage reduction, 22% damage reduction, start a turn. Interesting. Realm of Gods or Universe 6 category allies key to attack and defense 66% up. That's very damn good support. When all allies attacking in the same turn are Realm of Gods or Universe 6 category characters, attack 166% up. Chance of forming a critical hit and damage reduction rate 22% up. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, AGL and physical excluded, to rainbow key spheres. Wait, what type is he? AGL. Okay. Extreme AGL. For every key sphere obtained, he gets defense 111% up to 666%. So 6 key spheres. 6 or more key spheres obtained, which you already want to get. Chance of forming critical hit and damage reduction rate 22% up. So he has 66% crit and damage reduction. When attacking with 12 or more key, 166% attack. 66% chance of attack and defense, 166% up. Pretty good. 6% chance of 1,666% attack. Jesus Christ. What's his super effect? Greatly raise attack and defense 1 turn. Supreme damage. Greatly lowers attack. Wait, what are his categories? Nope. Not what I wanted. Yeah, he's not even on Super Boss. So he's not on either the new lead. What? He's not on either their leads. Yeah, so I thought he was actually going to be on Super Bosses because of I did not actually believe. Okay. And then obviously his link set is garbage. He'll probably be really good on Hits team. Very, very good on Hits team. I guess they figured Universe 6 needed more buffs. Interesting. He has a lot of numbers, mind you. 66% damage reduction. And he gets... Whew. The thing is, he doesn't have phase 2 defense unless you get this proc. He could do probably an insane amount of damage, honestly, even though he is Supreme. And he could be very tanky, but it is RNG involved. Okay. I mean, I think he's interesting for a banner unit, at least. I will say that. Okay. Alright, well, at this point, I think I'm going to get to doing the defense calcs. I do have the animations pulled up for Champa. I imagine he just has a super, so I'll watch it on my own. I'm going to get to doing the calcs. This is probably going to take me a long-ass time. So I'll come back probably for me in like half an hour or something like that. We'll go over the calcs, and then we'll finish up. And then I imagine I'll probably have to jump right into Rose and Vegeta Blue. They should be coming any moment now if they aren't already out, the details, by the time I'm recording this. So we'll see. But we'll cut away. We'll be back, and we'll see just how good they are. Oh boy, here we go. So lots of stuff here. Lots of calcs. Let's go. We have 7 pages of calcs to go through here. So at the start here, I do want to say Vegeta and especially Zamasu are a lot better than I was thinking. I still think I like Rose and Goku more, mind you. However, there is real value in those characters that I really was not seeing before. I could not really in my head like gather how big those numbers were until like I had to see them on paper. So starting out here, Goku. I decided for Goku. I mean, obviously, everyone here is on a 220 lead. Even Champa has won through what's the? It's not hits. The Universe 6, the girls. He even has one through them. So everyone here is on a 220 lead. And Goku, mind you, he has 70% damage reduction and 80% dodge. So while his defense isn't getting the highest in and of itself, I mean, imagine 70% damage reduction, right? So a 5 mil super hits you. You cut it down by 70%, so you're cutting it down by 3.5 mil, just immediately. And you have just from receiving the attack, you're practically at 1 million. I mean, you'd take like 500,000 or something if it hits you. And this is before the active skill, right? This is, and then I have another section with Vegeta's active, and this is saying you don't dodge, right? Like this is saying you don't have like other characters supporting. Like there's so much support nowadays that you realistically could have, other support as well. So Goku, I actually really like. I think they cooked with Goku. And then we do have Vegeta. So as you can see, these numbers, like from the way I was talking, I would not have. Which one is this? Is Vegeta? Okay, I clicked on the wrong one. So he has 40% damage reduction, right? This with 40% damage reduction, like he already gets high enough. Tank, considering if you have his active up. Just flat out tank some of these supers. And once again, these are rainbow calcs, by the way, just putting that out there. Because if I did 55% and all that, that would be, that'd be so long. I mean, I already have 7 pages with just rainbow, right? So Vegeta, 40% damage reduction. He gets this high. He's pretty good. Now, while he is pretty good, Zamasu's the one that really blew me away. So we'll get there in just a moment. Rose Goku Black. He actually is better, I think. He's just flat out better. I think he's the best character here. Because while Goku has the dodge, Rose doesn't need the dodge. Sure, he has 10% less damage reduction, but his raw defense is a bit higher. And more importantly, he has guard. Guard and damage reduction activate in separate phases. So the damage reduction, it activates before the attack hits you, and the guard activates as the attack hits you. And guard is worth roughly about 50% damage reduction. So let's say that same 5 million super, instead of a 70% cut, we're doing 60%. So you cut it by, 3 mil, so it's a 2 mil super. Well, you then cut that by 50%. And then it's a 1 mil super, which even at his worst, you're just flat out tanking. So you can have this guy out turn 1. Like you don't even, nothing else. You just turn 1. Just turn 1. He's good. I think it really sucks that they lead super bosses, but I think they can make super bosses crazy. I think it might already. I haven't checked to see if like Super Easy A Rose Goku Black is out yet or not. I don't know. But like you gotta imagine him, right? I mean, we know the Int Zamasu, Fusion Zamasu is gonna Easy A at some point. I mean, we don't have it confirmed per se, but it's gonna happen. So when he easy, like this team is going to be very, very crazy. I honestly think, like, and I didn't even do this. You could probably physical Goku Black, honestly. Physical Goku Black might be like really crazy. Oh shit! The global data download hit, I guess. Well, I'm gonna. I know what I'm recording immediately after. Oh, his super easy is here. Oh my god. Ooh, that's so much. That's so much. God damn. All right. I'll probably do the super easy A's as their own video, and then do the free to play characters as their own video. Oh my god. Oh wow. All right. Hold on. We'll get to those later on. Because God, these videos are all gonna take so long to upload. Super bosses. I want to pull up this guy real quick. His domain. You know, you're running this guy as like just float him or something. Yeah, that's 10% and then 20% total. Like I don't even have the domain here. And this guy, especially if you have the active, and mind you, where the hell's Goku Black? Goku Black has 80% support for allies whose name includes Goku Black. So, 280%. I mean, he's getting all the phase 2. I think this guy might be runnable again. Especially transformed, you know. He has the active, like, especially if they give him like special equips, that's something to look into. This guy could be very, very crazy. I'm looking forward to that. Him getting a resurgence would be really nice. Okay. Yeah, I just thought of that off the top of my head there. So yeah, that's even without the domain. Like, this team might actually, super bosses might actually be very, very good. As crazy as that sounds. And then we have Zamasu. Now, Zamasu. Need I say more? He has guard, by the way. He has guard and 10% damage reduction. Guard, 10% damage. Dude. 9 million. Like, what? Once again, this is without a fucking domain. Yeah. They, they cook. Now, I did, you know, I have this note here. The parentheses are, the HP gated. So he still gets up to 5.5. Or if you don't have the Rose active, 4.4. With guard, with 10% damage reduction. So I think they're like, I see real value in everyone. I think Vegeta is probably the worst of the bunch. He's still good, but like when I'm playing them, I'd probably still use both Goku Blacks just to hold down slot 1. But if there's like a lock or something, I mean, I'd definitely go into Zamasu for slot 2, 3. So I think they did an excellent job here. And then finally, we do have Champa down here. He gets to, I mean, this is a banner unit. He can get up to 66% damage reduction. So, I mean, presuming you get this 66% phase 2 proc, he gets really insane. Even without it, I mean, for a banner unit with 66% damage reduction, I'd say this is pretty damn good. But he doesn't really, unless you're running him on the girls team, he doesn't have like a big spot where he gets everything. I suppose hits teams, that's a 170 for him, so I'm not sure exactly. But I mean, there we go. This is, I'd yap a bit more about all the intricacies, but I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. I've already talked in both the stream breakdown and earlier on in here. I mean, you guys saw I clearly have a lot more to do tonight, and I'm really looking forward to these two. So I'm going over there. I'm doing that like as soon as I. Well, I mean, I gotta throw the edit together, whatever. But as soon as I'm done with that, I'm looking at these guys. So I'm really excited. But I'm gonna. Oh, this is. They all. What the hell? Am I? Why are? So these must be the just the normal URs. It's because they're in a weird order. These must be like the TURs because they have different like arts. Okay. Hopefully these guys are good. I mean, it's a free to play team, and then you have super easy at Goku Black. Well, it's a Masu Goku, but whatever. So I'm gonna end this here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm actually starting to get a lot more hyped. I'm not gonna lie. They're getting me. They're getting me. All right, we'll end this here though. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.